the Chains Choir. You're listening to the National Action Network Saturday Action Rally coming to you live on.
Many times I read stuff on Google, many times people say that we involved or use our coming and Nan's coming, Sharpton's coming that we don't know anything about. I want to be real clear with the Rochester media and Canandaigua folk. We are fully supportive of the fight for justice and fairness in this case. The story being told and the narrative that I read, and I went over several of the articles and several of the explanations about what happened with Officer Guarandino. And A is followed by B, not by D. There's too much missing in what they say. Let us welcome our Impact TV story, our Impact TV audience. You that are watching us live on Impact TV, you can anytime within the next hour call us at National Action Network. You may have a problem, you may have a situation, you may have a crisis, even in your life, and just need prayer. Prayer warriors at the table. Those that deal with civil rights cases at the table. You that want to join, call right now 1-877-626-4651. 1-877-626-4651. You that want to join us in Washington Thursday to join me as I meet with members of the Senate. We're bringing all the public with us. We ain't marching outside, we're going inside. Call 1-877-626-4651 and join us. People are at the phone right now. 1-877-626-4651. When I read this situation about the killing, the slaying of Sandy, who was in law enforcement, that is one of the reasons that I made sure I flew back in from Atlanta last night to be here, even though I'm going right back to Atlanta as soon as this rally is over. Because I wanted clear to the officials, the sheriff, and everybody in that area that we are putting the full weight that we can behind this family and demanding to know and demanding to establish justice in this matter. I felt that if I didn't come, they would take that as a sign that we're not with this. But anytime, let me tell you something, for you that don't know, and you that are watching National, how do you go in a law enforcement person's house? You know they law enforcement, and you say, oh, they had a gun. They also have pajamas. You expect that too. Law enforcement people have guns. You know that because you're in law enforcement. Why would you? I read a quote. The sheriff said he was scared for his life. Why are you scared for your life? Come on. Against another law enforcement person having a gun? Come on. The connotation, that's right, is that anybody black or brown with a gun is automatically a criminal and deserves to be executed. If you went to somebody else's house that was law enforcement, you'd expect them to have a gun, and if they had it, you'd assume they were on your side. That's right. Why would you see her as adversarial and profile her and get in an exchange with her when you know she had a legal right to a gun.
That's right.
Oh, she laying in the bed, had a gun. All of this, and I'm like, it is the assumption of criminality. It is the bias that we never should be on. Now, they say, well, she's been in an accident, hadn't been to work, we was checking on her. That's how you check on folks? You check on them by shooting them to death and then come with a story talking about you were scared for your life. Maybe she was scared for her life. When you come in her house and she in the bed, have you ever thought about you were in her house uninvited? Maybe she looked for her gun because she was scared for her life, because what was you doing in the house? So I want the family to know that we are with you 100% in demanding a full and fair investigation. I want Attorney Moore to know that we are available at any point to do whatever is necessary for this family, including coming up there.
That's right.
They coming down here, the press want to know what I got to say. Y'all waste a trip, I'll be up there soon to tell everybody in town what I got to say. If we have gotten to the degree, Attorney Moore, in this country where you can just shoot law enforcement in their house, in their bed, then how much can we take? We have got to get to the bottom of this. Tell our children to obey the law. Then tell them to be part of the law. And they do that and you get killed anyway. So I wanted to be here to make that very clear, that we are supportive and demanding a full and thorough investigation. It is this whole question of presumption and bias and profile. Let me tell you something, the psychology, the thought in this country that has now been emboldened is that if you're black or brown, you are assumed guilty till you're proven innocent.
That's right. That's right.
In that same spirit, you know, we've been dealing the last several weeks with the NFL players taking a knee and bringing out the issues we've been dealing with. And then yesterday, Attorney Hardy, owner of the Texan owner, come out and said, Bob McNair said you can't let the inmates run the prison. The owner of the Texas group. You can't let the inmates, talking about those NFL players kneeling, you can't let the inmates run the prison. So first of all, why would you be comparing NFL pro football players who make you millions if not billions of dollars? Why would you see them as inmates? Because no matter how much money you make, no matter what your status, no matter what you had to go through to become an NFL player, you are still a criminal in the mind of the men that you enrich. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Well, Reverend, y'all are being too sensitive. Well, suppose if you reverse that. And suppose if President Obama was still president and he called some Super Bowl winning white NFL players inmates. You imagine if he used that analogy. But the same psychology that makes a billionaire NFL owner see the guys that make him rich as inmates is the psychology that make you see law enforcement Lady Brown in Rochester area a suspect rather than a colleague. Because in a racially biased perception, you never become legitimate citizens to those that look at you with programmed suspicion. And it is that perception that follows everything else. You know, Donald Trump is savvy and smart. So when he's self-promoting and when he's talking about well, he's just a self-promoter and he's savvy, smart. Don King do the same thing, he's slick. Guy with a cause promotes the cause, gets a lot of media on the cause, keeps public attention on the cause. He is media savvy. She is media adequate and effective. I keep attention on the cause. I keep attention on families' plights. I'm a media manipulator. It's the racial doublespeak. We have to defend our existence and try to make legitimate every time out because they deal with the basis of illegitimacy. So you have to prove yourself. Now, there's two ways you can respond to that, which is why I say I'm prepared upon the family's call to physically go and rally up there in Rochester. Because one of the things we got to do is break down this whole division of black and brown. We can't act like this ain't our problem. Because the same way they look at Latinos, they look at blacks, and blacks, they look at Latinos. That's why I went to jail fighting in Vieques and do whatever we got to do. Because bias is bias. We ain't fighting just racism against blacks. We fight against racism against anybody. Well, I wonder why he getting into that. They ain't black. Because they are treated unfairly. You can't fight civil rights for anybody without fighting for everybody. Remember, I don't speak well Spanish. I don't either, but I know how to say justice. Just say that. You can't say a last name, say Sandy. And justice. You can get that out. Glad to see my councilman here.
Idanis Rodriguez.
Then Idanis Rodriguez, our council member here. And I met fighting over a case, not fighting each other, fighting the others around Kiko down many years ago, as he has stood up now in the city council. He's been with us a long time. Now, this black-brown division, and I hope the people in Rochester, all of the ministers, all of the civil rights groups, and all ought to be rallying on this case. Because I'm going to tell you something, you will lay a premise that will come back and haunt you if they can get away without doing a fair and thorough investigation here, and it involves somebody in law enforcement in their own home. then you make everybody vulnerable on any case you want to raise in the future. And you cannot let them play tribal disputes when they're going after everybody. That's how they divided Africa. They would get one tribe, conquer another tribe, sell their tribe into slavery. That's how y'all got here. I ain't one of them, I'm one of the others. That ain't me, that's them. And they play off of the tribalism to enslave all of us. I read an article today. You that watching us in Chicago, read an article today, Washington wrote about the divide of the black and the brown since Harold Washington's death. And that's how they're trying to play the split to keep others in power. We can't be that stupid.
Thank you. That's right.
And we cannot allow that to happen. New York City, 2/3 black and Latino. We should at least be talking about why there is no black or brown qualified in the minds of those that are in power to be in the top rung of leadership in the city, like the Speaker of the City Council. That ought to at least be on the table. The inference is that if you are the majority of the city and you are in no position of influence at the top, the inference is that we are too inferior to govern. You can't tell your children that we're as good as everybody else, but you're never part of the decision making. That's why they tried to delegitimize Barack Obama. Because the concept of telling young blacks and young Latinos that you could be president is a blow and a move to eradicate the concept of white supremacy.
That's right.
Just the idea that you could run the free world. That you could walk around with the nukes near you. And none of the things fall apart. Blows the concept of white supremacy. A lot of us don't understand this. The only way they could justify slavery, let me go back a minute. Only way they can justify slavery, you go and you take human beings, play tribe against tribe. Some people sell out to others for profit. Just like I'm sure some won't be up there right now in the Rochester area cutting their deals against this family. They'll be on by the 6 o'clock news saying shopping shouldn't even be in this. You don't know what you're talking about. All that. I can write their lines for them. I've been hearing them many years. What they going down there to see him for? When they wouldn't have to come see me if you doing your job up there. And they would split up the tribes and sell one to another and put people in the bottom of boats, bring them to the United States and rob them of their rights, take their names and any human right. Had no right to marry your wife, had no right to name your children after you, no right. Wasn't just voting right, you had no right.
Come on, Rev.
Slave master wanted to sleep with your wife, she couldn't even yell rape, no right.
That's right.
How do you do that, Daddy? Their children would ask, well, because they're less than human and we're superior. White supremacy was to justify the economic exploitation of some for the enrichment of others. Understand that now. Because they got to be able to explain to their kids why you acting so savage and inhuman. Well, I'm not inhuman if I can make my victims not be human. Why can't they be part of the government? Well, because they're too dumb to govern. Why can't they build business? Because they're all crooks and thieves. How do you justify shooting Amadou Diallo 41 times? Shoot Shondell 50 times? Choking Eric Garner till he died? Well, because they're beastly. And you got to handle beast differently. Because you don't know what they'll do. It's like being in a zoo and the cage open. You don't know what they're going to do. Like we're animals in a zoo. It's the same thing bring you to Sandy. I'm in her house, law enforcement, but I'm scared. She ain't scared. In her house. You in there. Don't know why you in there. But you don't see her as human. You're the superior. So I'm scared. What gonna happen? It is this psychology that we face every day. Trump has made a mockery of being president. Has lowered the standard of respect all over the world. And they act like, well, let's just see what he's gonna do. You know what he's gonna do. Whatever it is, gonna be crazy. Well, I wonder what the president gonna say. I don't. Because whatever he's saying gonna make a whole lot of sense. Why are we acting like this is normal? If Barack Obama had done any of this, they'd had moving vans up on Pennsylvania Avenue. But when some of them are dealing with a supremacist mentality, he's just having a bad day. We're battling a whole society and culture of white supremacy. And you got to understand that from the beginning. I got on the plane, John DeMoore, yesterday going to Atlanta. They sat me in 1D. People walking by, speaking, come forward, take selfies. One guy looked at me like he didn't approve of me. And I heard him say to his wife or mate, yeah, I see Rebel fly first class. Well, first of all, I do. As my testimony, Rosa Parks, I don't ride the back of nothing. But second of all, if he saw anybody else that hosts a TV show in first class, he wouldn't raise a question. He saw Chris Matthews or Eddie Cooper in first class, that'd be natural. But I had to do something wrong to be in first class. It is a supremacist mentality. I tell you, a guy came to do a profile on me. Tell you how I didn't know guy. Met me at National Action Network where I've been president and founded it 26 years ago. We went from there to my radio show that's on every day 3 hours. We went from there to a speaking engagement and there to a production meeting for my TV show I do on Sunday morning. 4 places. Then we got finished, he said, let's do the wrap-up interview. I said, all right. He says, people want to know how you earn a living. I looked at him, I said, are you serious? Yeah, you know, right back like he's making a score or something. I said, let me ask you a question. You went to 4 jobs. Man, my radio show, my TV show, and speaking engagement. You went to 4 of my jobs and asked me, how do I make a living? So either you are an imbecile or an idiot. Choose which one. But you're so blinded by a lens of not looking at us like what we do is real. So if I'm on TV, it's a public service. But anybody else there paid talent. That's how they look at us. And that's how you can look at an officer in the Rochester area and ask what she's doing at her own house. Is that psychology? You got to be up to something. In your own house, in the bed. And that's why some of us will never be the accepted branch to them that are in established areas because we refuse to submit to a supremacist mentality. One of the things I gave up a long time ago is the need to be approved by folks who have a corrupt, sick view of the world. Let me give you the reverse of that, and this is my message, I'll let you go. Part of your problem is you seek the approval of people that do not have the right to approve you. You defend yourself against people who are indefensible themselves. So when I started, Brother Mal, you don't fit the model of how we see civil rights leaders. First of all, civil rights movement is against you, against your being discriminatory, against your being undemocratic, against your being unfair. How are we going to let you choose who ought to lead the movement against you? Let me figure this out now. We are opposing your policies, and you're going to tell us, all right, now let me tell you how you ought to act and look and speak to oppose me. So why don't we have a ball game and you choose who's going to pitch for the other side? You're going to win every game. Remember, I don't like your hairstyle. I don't like you in tracksuits. I don't like how loud you talk. You don't fit my model. I'm going to do everything you don't like because I don't like what you do. So I'm glad to know I get up under your skin. I see folks say all the time, there's just something about Red Mal just gets up under my skin. And I go in the bathroom and just laugh and grin and tickle me all over. I want to get up under your skin. Do you think I'm out here to entertain you? I'm in the up under your skin business. Oh, he just irritates me. Good! You shoot people down. Right. And you want me to comfort you? I'm going to comfort the victims and make uncomfortable the shooters. Let me run it right back into my church crowd. Jesus came.
Yes, sir.
For the disadvantaged.
Yes,
Jesus came.
yeah. Talk about it.
For those that others would not speak for.
Yes, sir.
Jesus came.
Yes, sir.
For for the woman with leprosy, for the woman with the issue of blood, for the blind begging man that didn't have a health care plan.
Yes, sir.
Jesus came for the lepers that were the outcast. How do you come in Jesus' name trying to get the favor of those in power and never speak up for those that have been crushed by those in power? How do you speak his name and do the opposite of what he did? We run right into, we getting ready to go in the holiday season, Santa Claus and all that coming. Y'all getting ready to trick or treat, grown folk running around with diabetes, giving each other corn candy. We never look at the fact Jesus was prosecuted, Hardy. The charge was stirring up the people. That's what the book said, Stephen Marshall.
That's right.
Now, why was that criminal? Because they were being controlled by Rome.
That's right.
And managed by those Pharisees that executed the will of the Roman Empire. And therefore, since they were under occupation, to stir the people up
That's right.
was a criminal act. That's why I won't get you preaching to go. I just preach the word. Then preach it then.
That's right. Tell it down.
The word said he stirred up the people was what they charged him with. That's why they arrested him.
That's exactly right.
That's why they prosecuted
Tell
him.
the story now. Yes, sir.
If he was in the temple, going along to get along, brown nosing with the Pharisees, saying, I'm not going to say nothing to upset those in power, they would have never crucified him. How you going to come 2,000 years later, buck dancing and brown nosing, trying to be on in the favor of those in power, and then say you come in the name of Jesus? What Jesus? If you gonna be like Jesus, we sing that song, I want to be like Jesus. Well, you got to stand up, no matter who don't like it, and speak truth in season and out of season if you gonna be like Jesus. You got to deal with the rejected, the unaccepted. Speak for those that others won't speak for if you're going to be like Jesus. If you're going to be like Jesus, you may not have time for the man, but you got time for Sandy's family. That's who Jesus came for. Grandma Al, if you speak out on these kind of things, you ain't gonna get to the key to the city. Why do I need a key to a city as corrupt and backwards that will not stand up for justice? Get a key to a city that don't unlock nothing. I fight one case. Mayor called me, Ramal, you know we're friends. No, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I was there at the convention 2004 in Boston when you spoke. There were 20,000 people there. Don't make us friends. But a lot of us are flattered by the familiarity of those in power. Well, Reverend, you don't understand, I've made mistakes. Let me get this clear. You and I are not judged by our weaknesses.
That's right.
We We're judged by overcoming our weaknesses. I was reading in 2 Corinthians where Paul talked about
Yes, sir.
that my strength is made perfect
Perfect.
Yes.
in weakness.
Yes, it is.
You don't know your strength until you confront your weakness. Whatever it is, even in your personal life, you cannot manifest strength till you confront what you are weak about. Could be drinking, could be drugs, could be fornicating, could be any number of things. Your strength is can you deal with it. But Paul didn't leave it there. Paul, now this is 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. Paul said, because his grace
Go ahead, sir. Work it.
Come on.
is sufficient.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right.
That's why I'm going to let you go 5 minutes. That's why I do not care what they say about me. His grace
Yeah.
is sufficient.
Yeah.
And if God, who created me, put me in the womb of my mother,
Yeah.
protected me in the womb for 9 months and brought me into earth and brought me this far, if he can forgive me for whatever violation I may have done, then who are you
That's right.
to hold the power of condemnation in your hand? I don't need you. I want his grace.
Yes, sir.
Rev Al, I heard 10 years ago you did so. Yeah, but his grace. I heard 20 years ago you saw a soldier. All that may be true. And a lot of stuff you don't know. I told a reporter the other day, and he was digging up stuff on me. I know stuff on me you'll never find out. You just scratching the surface. I come out of the hood, out of a muddy pit, sometimes climbing out of muddy pit. Even when you get out, you're going to have some mud on your clothes. But his grace is sufficient. And if I get right with God, I don't care about getting right with you. Because he promised me that if I would but near to him, he would give me grace above my faults and empower me with his word. And that's why I can speak and not back down, because I know his grace is sufficient. Well, why even write a Bible? Why even write a Bible? The Bible is there because it records
Yes.
the grace of God. So every time you get discouraged, the Bible's only there to say, let me show you what he's done. And he can do it for you. Other than that, there ain't no reason for the Bible. The reason for the Bible is to give a written record of the power of God. So when you face wickedness in high places,
Yes, sir.
all you got to do is say, oh, look what he did to Pharaoh.
Yes, sir.
When you face those that are armies against you,
Yeah.
then look at what he did to Pharaoh's army in the Red Sea. It's a record there
Yeah.
that shows me they can reign for a season,
Yeah.
but that God will set the time if we are passing the test, that the wicked will cease from trouble. That's why I ain't scared of Donald Trump or nobody else. I seen Nixon as president.
That's right.
I seen Reagan as president. But then I saw Barack Obama as president. I know that trouble don't last always. I'm so glad that trouble don't last always. That's why I like that song our board member Mama Sam sing about. I seen good days. Never would have made it without him. Like the other song he talks about. It's not his song about I won't complain. All of us have seen bad days.
Yes, sir.
But there's a funny thing about bad days. Bad days only precede the good days already scheduled. Let me tell you something. Somebody watching me right now going through something. Whatever you're going through, don't get misconstrued. It's like weather. They talking about a storm coming into New York tomorrow night and the Monday. Beyond the storm, sun's still shining.
Yes, sir.
The storm clouds is only between you and the sun. Don't think the sun went out because you under storm cloud. It's just between you and sunshine. So the key to life is don't drown in the storm. No, the storm is just between you and sunlight, and if you survive the storm, the sun will come back out. Problem out of y'all get is you get one storm and you surrender. And the storm cloud gone and you gone too. I remember I was flying to California one day. We had turbulence. Man got all nervous. Across the aisle from me. Oh God. Oh Lord. Reverend, you think we gonna make it? Plane just shaking. Oh God. Oh Lord. Had to get him a pill. Strapped him down his seatbelt. Holding, taking his pulse. Didn't know if we gonna have to land early. Oh God. Oh Lord. Plane just shaking. He just as nervous as he could be. Finally, we got through the turbulence. 2 hours landing in California. Plane was fine. They had to get a wheelchair to get him off the plane. Wasn't nothing wrong with the plane. They gassing back up, going back to New York. He's somewhere on his way to the hospital. Scared through the storm. And a lot of you can't make it in life because you're afraid through the storm. Yes, you're going to face trouble. Yes, you're going to face trials and tribulation. Yes, you're going to face unfairness and injustice. But don't panic in the storm. That's where your strength comes. That's where your strength becomes plentiful and perfect. Because if you can pass the storms, you'll know what to do in the sunshine. Today it's going to get rocky up your way in Rochester, but that's all right. We're going to get some justice.
Yes, we are.
Because we're going to pass the test of time. Because we are fighting wickedness and evil. Evil people harm innocent people and cover it up. And as long as they are allowed to remain unchallenged, we will never be able to stop the next Sandy from happening. I appeal to us all over this country to don't let them bully you out of standing up and fighting through your storm. Don't, I hear people talk about I give up, Trump this, oh you can't do nothing. No, this is nothing but a test to see in your weakness. We weak politically. They got the Congress. They got the Senate. They got the White House. They stacking the courts. But in my weakness, that's where my strength is made perfect. In my weakness, weakness
All right.
is when I'm going to find out how strong I am. It's better, Trump, that when we were in many ways comforted and babied in the era that we had everything. But now you're going to see how strong we are. And the strength we had was not based on no title and not based on no position. The strength we had is that we were born for a reason, not for a season. And that there is a God that don't run every 4 years, and that you cannot vote out. And if God be for us, if God be for us, if God be for us, it's more than the whole world against us. Don't you panic now. Don't submit to your weakness now. It's time to fight on. It's time to march on. In my weakness, my strength is made perfect. Let's go on to the fight now. Let's fight the good fight now. Let's stand up now. I know your legs are weary. I know your bones are tired. But in my weakness, my strength is made perfect. Everybody sing it. Everybody sing it. Everybody sing it. Everybody sing it. Sing it like you mean it. Sing it like you mean it. One more time, y'all. One more time, y'all. One more time, y'all. I'm gonna open the doors of the movement. There may be someone here in the auditorium that never joined National Action Network. And there may be someone listening in radio land or watching us on television that have never joined. If you're here in the auditorium, you can come down to me and we'll sign you up as a member. If you're listening on radio and TV, you can call 1-877-626-4651. If you're here today, right in the auditorium, and want to join National Action Network, come to me and let us sign you up. Everybody's saying, raise our offering. I'm moving quickly. Moving quickly. And moving on, we had a good membership orientation last Saturday for new members. Starting next week, I'm going to be meeting with 2 committees a week. as we get ready for this battle into the winter and early part of next year. Thursday and Friday is important in Washington. Like I said, we have buses going down Thursday, coming back Thursday evening for you that can't stay, but will be there for the meetings. But how many of you going with me to Washington Thursday? All right, I need everybody that can to go. All right, let's raise the offering. I need about 10 people. 10 people that give $100 or more to come quick. I need about 10 100. Minister Winston Gilchrist, $100. Miss Teresa, $100. Jeanette, $100. Cynthia, $100. Lord Dardell, $100. Alicia, the van driver, $100.